Bitcoin is breaking out of a very important pattern right now, but please do not get fooled because still we are trading in the rising wedge pattern on the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. I need to exactly talk about what this means here. I'm going to be talking about the most important news stories, the most important charts and patterns which we are currently creating. So don't forget to once again watch this video till the end. I'm going to give an update on my trade, which is about in $4,000 in profit already. So a lot to discuss on today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated, and let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, we created, of course, this major downtrend on the 4-hourly time frame, and only yesterday we exactly broke above that level, and ever since we did so a slight little continuation higher, of course. And honestly, it looks very great here, but still, if I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame, I can see that Bitcoin is still trading against the top side of the rising wedge pattern. And since a rising wedge pattern is a typical bearish bias continuation pattern, I am still going to be very conservative on that breakout, since if this pattern still breaks down, guys, we could be in for another run back towards 75,000 US dollars. So I'm going to be closely looking towards this level, but this is just a very realistic level that we should just be paying attention towards here. I mean, Bitcoin on the bigger perspective still is just in a reaccumulation zone, like you can see over here. We're just trying to rebound here, and if we can really confirm the break above this high right here, $86,000, we confirm the break above the previous high, and then we can start to see probably a little bit of a bigger continuation for Bitcoin back towards the upside. So that is my thesis on the imminent short term right now here. We're creating another CME gap over the course of this weekend. Last week's CME gap has not been filled up here. I mean, this is the first time this happened in over like 40 or even 50 weeks here. I mean, every single time in the first week, we filled up the CME gap. Only this week, we didn't. Because Bitcoin just took too big of a hit here and actually dumped all the way from 86 to 76,000 US dollars. So that was, of course, quite a big drop if you would ask me here. Then also looking at very important charts here on the daily time frame, the Bitcoin daily bullish divergence is of course confirmed. Ultimately a very bullish signal, and ultimately it is showing us that the sellers are a little bit exhausted right now here. And if we're just looking at the very important data points, we can see on Coin Analyze the chart that currently the funding rates are going negative here. And historically, basically what it means for the people that don't understand how funding rates work, it means that the majority of the traders are trading short, and that is why we do have negative funding. And Bitcoin is already in a crash, so why would you still also short it? I mean, I am still in my long position. I shared this strategy yesterday while it was sitting on 0% profit. If you did copy this strategy, congratulations, you made a significant amount of profit. I mean, you can still copy my exact Bitcoin trading strategy. This is a longer term trading strategy that you can currently use yourself here. Honestly, it's one of my favorite ways to trade Bitcoin right now here. What I've done is basically use this grid trading bot here to set up multiple levels where I want to be accumulating and selling Bitcoin. And like you can see, I've been buying along the way down here, and now it's selling along the way up here. So if it comes lower, I'm going to be accumulating bigger positions, and if it goes higher, I'm going to be selling it. And this way, I will literally minimize the risk and also minimize the headache for like constantly looking at the Bitcoin chart here. And now I just can easily make a significant amount of money here. So if you're interested in this exact trading bot, you can literally copy it right now here if you go to the second highest link in the description of today's video. And if you're just in general on creating maybe your own trading bots, guys, check it out on Pionex in the link description of today's video. Because if you do so, you will be able to get a free $50 US for just signing up here an account using the highest link below here. And if you're just interested in even more functions, you can get even more deposit bonuses worth up to 1,000 US dollars. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Then quickly going towards some news here we got yesterday. I mean, the news that hit on the market yesterday wasn't all too crazy here, but we got an announcement that Brazil announced a bill allowing workers to take 50% of their wages in crypto and Bitcoin. Ultimately super great here. Then also Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange Crypto.com here has granted a license to offer services in the UAE here. And honestly, the UAE has got so much money. It's also the country where I live. I think this is really the next big place here. It's the financial hub of the world, and they are really embracing crypto right now here. And that is just a very great thing to see here, because there's so much money in this country involved there. So ultimately a great development. Also, most recently, the UAE made a huge investment, $2 billion in Binance. So it just clearly shows you that they're not going to step away from crypto. Then also some more breaking news according to the war. I mean, if the war ends, it's ultimately going to be super bullish for the market. But Trump and Zelensky has basically both stated that the war will be ending quickly. And of course, if peace is going to be there, it ultimately would be bullish for the market. And Donald Trump has also stated only moments later, he had very great talks with Putin, and that he's basically looking forward towards, of course, ending this war. So as soon as the war ends, it is going to be ultimately a great thing for the entire cryptocurrency market. Then yesterday also we saw some more outflows coming on the spot Bitcoin ETF here. I mean, it wasn't significant outflows here. We did saw some outflows on BlackRock, and yeah, ultimately I've showed you also this chart yesterday, but ultimately whenever we get record outflows, it has historically, like 3 times we've seen record outflows, it has historically always corresponded with the exact market bottom here. So I would take this chart very seriously, and always whenever we have record inflows, which was like about 4 times here, it have always corresponded with the market topping. So very interesting thing you should be clearly paying attention towards right now here. Then also the US inflation on Trueflation is dropping all the way down to 1.7% here. Ultimately super bullish, because the lower the inflation drops here, the more interest rate cuts we ultimately can get in the market. So very excited. And if you're right now going to be overlaying the chart of the last 13 years of gold compared to the last 3 years of Bitcoin, it does look all too similar right now here. And if we're then going to be looking about what gold is currently doing on the current moment of time here, guys, we do know that gold, and like you can see also on this chart, is that gold is right now moving up towards new all-time highs. Gold is sitting around $3,000, and ultimately the chart looks so similar towards Bitcoin. And since Bitcoin is the digital gold, I do believe Bitcoin is ultimately still going to be pushing up higher. And like I stated in many videos before here, 30% corrections are normal during bull markets. And honestly, we're right now at a very important support band. We are at an oversold condition on the RSI. It is ultimately meaning maximum opportunity. With the dollar index right now dumping after Trump's inauguration, it can only mean something even greater to be happening. And you can see every single time whenever we get the big correction on the dollar index, it usually corresponded with higher Bitcoin prices. So a lot of interesting things happening. Also at the same time, while you have been panicking, Trump has bought another 300 Ethereum in the last 24 hours. He holds over $500 million worth of Ethereum. And honestly, I don't know why you should be fading this right now here. He is clearly accumulating. He clearly does know something we don't know right now here. Ethereum is heavily oversold at this moment of time here. It is at a range where no one is really interested. While on the daily time frame, it is really confirming the bullish divergence right now here. So ultimately, Ethereum is quite oversold. No one is interested in it right now, except Donald Trump here. He's still accumulating. So what does he know here? So very interesting thing here. And also, if you're going to be looking back at the 3-day time frame for the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart, it couldn't get much more oversold than it currently is here. And historically, altcoin season has started around this range back in 2020. So very interesting zone here. Honestly, I am still quite excited about Ethereum. Well, indeed, the chart is not reflecting it right now here. I have been still accumulating big positions around this range right here for a 2x leverage long position. So soon I'm going to be also opening up my long-term trading strategy on Ethereum. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comment section down below here. But anyways, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching towards the amazing new update video. And I hope to see you guys back again tomorrow on another one. Peace out. Goodbye.